To my brother, Oceanic Estate. I think you're a guy. I don't even know. But to my brother or sister, I understand that you might not have beef with the devil because I read your comment. You know what I'm saying? Let the people sleep where they may. If I say I love you, and I know that there's a roaring lion stalking about, I have to at least warn y'all about it. You see? So now that I have spiritual eyes and I'm doing spiritual content, one of the reasons that I have to do this, technically, is if I'm genuinely living with love, if I genuinely love what I do, and if I genuinely love Yah, and I do, on some basic level that's inescapable and intrinsically intertwined in my spirit, there is this connection of me to Yah, and it's out of love. It's out of actual genuine love. Now, I can't be more concerned for your life than my own, and I can't be more concerned for your life than you are your own. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not. But do I care? Hell yeah. I don't want evil to win. I don't want nothing to happen to Yah. You know what I'm saying? I want to see everybody in heaven with the Father, with the Holy Spirit, with the Mother, with our brothers and sisters. I want to see y'all up there. I don't want to see people descend into some astral demonic realm that you ain't going to enjoy, bro. That shit ain't going to be fun. So if I love you, I can't let you sleep. I can allow you to continue to sleep, but to never even try it would be basically a crime against humanity as I see it, but also a crime against love. It's not genuine love. So something else I want to point out, Oceanic Estate, is you don't have to have a problem with water. But if I hold you under that motherfucker, you're going to drown. You ain't got to have a problem with guns. But if I squeeze the trigger and it's pointed at you, you're going to get shot. You ain't got to have a problem with rope. But if I tie it around your neck and push you off the edge of a cliff or something, you're definitely going to break your neck and hang yourself. At the very least, die from strangulation. You don't have to have a problem with evil. It has a problem with you. You don't have to believe in evil. It believes in you enough as a threat to constantly attack you, whether you know it or not. You are the devil's enemy, bro. Just off of the strength that God created you in its image, on some level, it's an insult to Lucifer, the fallen. That's just how they see it. They don't like you. You ain't got to believe in God, but God still believes in you. You ain't got to believe in oxygen, but you still use it. You can say this is a simulation, but you still breathing. Even if air ain't real, what's that thing our body's doing with it? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta think about these things, man. Even if it's just conceptualizing the theological perspective of life, the theoretical theological / pseudoscientific perspective of life. And I say pseudo because you can't fully explain the spirit and things of that nature. So it falls into pseudoscience and pseudo understanding. And then you got the actual scientific application of changing habits, yada, yada, yada. So there's a lot. Then there's the theoretical aspect of the Bible. You know what I mean? So it's a lot that goes with it. But even once you get past all of that, you still have to be able to see that good and evil aren't conceptualized. They get actualized every day. When people torture a baby and drink its blood for adrenochrome, for some type of chemical compound that's made, a hormonal compound that's made in the body, however you want to dice it, that's evil. When you can tamper with a child's flesh before it's time, it would be the equivalent of trying to eat a pot roast that ain't been cooked longer than 10 minutes. The child is 10 years old. It's not ready for dinner. You see what I'm saying? But you got people with an appetite that is of a predatory nature. And that is a crime against humanity and children. It's a crime against God because kids are closer to God than we are. Period. Kids are closer to the spiritual realm. This is why this type of shit It's evil. So there's actual evil. There's a way to, and here's the thing. You don't need the law to understand evil. All you need is your gut, bro. We were already installed and instilled with a spiritually sound moral compass to where when you enact evil, you feel something in your body. This ain't theory. This is a fact. Unless you're just crazy and corrupt and you don't feel it, you're so desensitized, you don't feel evil no more. It don't register as evil to you. That's the only way that you won't feel that ting of something inside of you. If outside of that, you're going to feel it, bro. So we all have this spiritual, emotional, intuitive inclination towards good and what's wrong. What's good and what's bad. Period. Every last one of us. So it's not a stretch to actually believe in higher principles that can actually make you a good person. It's just not a stretch at all. And there's nothing wrong with it. And there's nothing wrong with spreading that. Now, I understand where you're coming from because I used to hate everybody myself. And you're absolutely right. Let people wake themselves up. It's enough information. If they want it, they'll go seek it. But that ain't really the case with people. Sometimes you got to put it in front of them. It's just what it is. And, you got to think if God can make certain sacrifices for us and pave the way and do certain things for us, who are we not to repeat that cycle for other people down here? You know what I'm saying? So we have to put in this work. Force is of the devil. Faith is of God. So you got to put in suggestive work. You got to put in work through action. Every leader, every good leader knows that you lead through leadership. You don't lead through instruction. You lead through emulation, right? You lead through the manifestation and actualization of your actions and said principles. That's the way that you lead. So I don't suggest Bible thumping, spiritual thumping, beating people over the head. I suggest committing to servitude and actually enacting these principles in your life, spreading your experience, and making suggestions through a different perspective. That is the best way to influence people without corrupting and directing their free will, without shaping their perception in a way that is on some level subliminal mind control. This is higher learning right here, y'all. I ain't the brightest bulb, but I've been gifted towards being able to look at a lot of information, and I can see that. It's called spiritual discernment. I can look at all of this information, and I can see where the dots connect. And I want y'all to do the same thing. The quantum realm is giving you a brief breakdown of the spiritual realm. The spiritual realm kind of gives you an explanation on energy in the quantum realm. Period. Math. It helps you understand. Well, it helps you understand yourself, your body, your psychology. Math helps you understand energy. Astrology helps you understand energy and yourself. All it is, it's all connected, bro. You just got to know how to read the data. And I ain't even talking to you oceanic with this one. I'm trailing and I'm venting right now. But I want y'all to understand that if y'all could, because I know you see. I also know that you're choosing to see something different. You ain't got to see it how I see it. But I know you're choosing to be pessimistic. That ain't you. Cut it out. That you might actually be a pessimist. You might be cynical. I like you. I love you because I could be the same. I could be the same way. But that ain't you for real. And I know that ain't you because you wouldn't fuck with me if that was really who you, because I try to bring the light. Even if you go against me and debate me, dude, your perception, or ma'am, your perception is welcome here. I want to hear you talk. I appreciate when you talk. And you've actually said some things that changed my perspective. That is the fucking truth. But you cannot emulate the pessimist, the cynical, the negative, and expect me to believe that's who you really are. You're a good person. So don't even play with me. Don't even play with me, Oceanic Estate. I know you got good in you. I know that. I know it for sure. And on this one, I want you to correct me if I'm wrong about that. But you won't. You're not a bad person. You could be evil because your mind is different. So that automatically makes you possibly, the fact that you think differently is automatically a great potential for evil. You're somebody I would put on the watch list just because you don't think normal. But even with all that potential for darkness, you still fight it. You're still here. And you're still with me. You're not evil. I love you.